David Menzies for Rebel News here in North Toronto. And folks, one of the marketing slogans for Tim Hortons is, you've always got time for Tim Hortons. But the question now is, does Tim Hortons have time, or for that matter, any inclination for hiring Canadians rather? Why has Tim Hortons seemingly betrayed Canada? They say they are Canada's official coffee, but why is it a bit of a stretch these days to hire Canadians to serve that coffee? Why are they increasingly reliant on temporary foreign workers to fill positions? And we're at this Tim Hortons at the corner of Yonge and Lawrence, and it's because in the Government of Canada Job Bank, this particular Tim Hortons, we believe, going by area code, posted an ad for a manager. They were offering $36 an hour. That's not bad in the food service business. And basically the premise is they can't find a Canadian citizen to take a job at $36 an hour for managing a coffee shop, so they have to look abroad. Now, personally, I'm not buying that. I think this is all a scam to hire cheap foreign workers to replace Canadian workers. And given that Tim Hortons is the number one food service chain in Canada, it's not exactly as though they're foraging for nickels and dimes, is it? And by the way, folks, let me point to our truck. We've launched our most recent campaign. Please go to hirecanadiansfirst.com. That's hirecanadiansfirst.com. You know, Tim Hortons bases its entire legacy on one of the greatest NHL players of all time. That would be Tim Horton himself, of course. And yet that Northern Ontario boy, if he were to apply for a job here, well, he'd be persona non grata. They would rather somebody from across the ocean to fill that position. Now, we always reach out for the other side of the story. We're going to go in here and ask if we can speak to a manager or maybe even the franchise owner, if he or she is here, and simply ask them, at a job paying $36 an hour, really? You couldn't find a Canadian here in North Toronto to take that wage, to take that position? Again, I'm very skeptical that's the case. I think this is all about cheaper workers, compliant workers, workers that won't rock the boat, and obviously big multinationals. And by the way, Tim Hortons is not a Canadian company anymore. It is part of Restaurant Brands International, a huge multinational. And so again, their agenda has very little to do with Canadiana. So I wonder, when it comes to serving Canada, what happened when it comes to this chain with, I don't know, elbows up? Anyways, let's pay a house call and see what they have to say. Just want to confirm, is this the correct Tim Hortons restaurant? Let me just get to, I don't have an address, but I have a postal code which matches with this. And it's about hiring temporary foreign workers. M4N3N1. Are you the manager, ma'am? Or?
Yes.
Oh, okay then. Is that the correct postal code for this Tim Hortons?
Yep.
Oh, okay then. So this is the restaurant that put that ad in for temporary foreign workers. No.
Which one is that? This is the back?
It says rest. Yes,
Do you
sir.
have to answer any of your question?
Oh, you don't have to answer the
Yeah.
questions, but we're
I
just.
just want to see it.
I just want to confirm this is the correct restaurant.
Yeah, okay.
And is everybody here a temporary foreign worker?
Is it?
Oh, I don't know, but I think you might, sir.
Oh, sorry. What was that? Oh, what can I help you with that one?
Yeah, so we're just wondering why Canadians can't be hired for these jobs, why it has to be temporary foreign workers.
Oh, sorry. Right now, I can't answer right now without here, we have international.
Yes. That's my question, ma'am. It says that the rate of pay is $36 an hour, and there was no domestic labor to be hired at that price, 36 an hour?
No, we have all of them. All of them are here. They
Oh.
are Canadians.
They are Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So why is this ad appearing to hire a temporary foreign worker at $36 an hour?
Sorry,
No?
I can't answer that.
And when did you start here as a manager?
2024.
Okay, then. So I think this was for July of 2025, so just 2 months ago. So has this position been filled yet?
I am.
You filled the position?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but if you go back more than a year, why is there an ad for a manager?
We did ad. I cannot answer with that one because I don't know that ad also. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we're here, just to get answers. I mean, do you have the name and phone number of the franchise owner for this unit?
No, sorry, I can't give you with that.
Okay. Can you reach out to him or her and give them I gave you my card, right? And my number is there. Well, folks, first, Tim Hortons threw away its marketing slogan of always fresh. I'm going back more than a decade ago when they stopped actually baking the donuts in store. Now they merely reheat frozen pucks, as they're called.
A pot of Tim Hortons coffee can't be served in 20 minutes. It can't be served at all.
Never get through in this blizzard.
At Tim Hortons, always fresh means always fresh.
He's here!
No wonder our coffee is so popular.
Wow, Pied Piper and his plow.
Didn't want any of that wonderful coffee to go to waste.
Always got time for Tim Hortons.
And now when it comes to their new slogan, most loved Canadian brand, well, they don't have a whole lot of love for Canadians. They would rather hire temporary foreign workers just to save a buck or three. Disgraceful. Can you do me a favor? Can you go to hirecanadiansfirst.com? That's hirecanadiansfirst.com. Yeah, I know Tim Hortons is no longer a Canadian company, but most of their restaurants are in our great Dominion. Is it too much to ask that they hire the citizens of this country? And by the way, when you're putting your name on the petition, we have our Jumbotron truck spreading the message. Can you kick in a buck or two to help us cover our expenses? My thanks in advance.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. I work here. Can I go get you something? Yes, absolutely. My name's David Menzies.
Yeah.
Let me get you a card.
Yeah. Let me give me a second. I'm sure you want to talk to someone more on the communications.
Oh, sure. Here, I'll give you my card, man.
Okay, just hold on a second.
We're just here. We're working on a story about the temporary foreign workers.
I know who you are, but I know just one
That
second.
sounds ominous. And what's your name again?
My name is Caitlin.
Caitlin.
I'm just new. I know they're doing presentations right now, so
Okay.
but I assume you want to talk to someone more.
It would be wonderful. We'll just stay here then, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Dana.
Well, folks, this is quite incredible. My camera woman, Avery Armstrong, and we came up to the third floor of this King Street office tower that houses RBI, that stands for Restaurant Brands International. And we were, I don't know if intercepted is the correct word. There was a nice lady named Caitlin who took my card and said she would get somebody in communications. That was almost 15 minutes ago, and we've just been standing here. And very oddly, we see a lot of people going by. They kind of give us the stink eye. We're in the bank of elevators where you need to access to go up or down in this tower. I think if they're leaving, because it's around quitting time, it's almost 5 o'clock, I think they might be taking the staircase just to avoid the skunks that are lingering around the elevators. And really, we're just here to get clarity why Tim Hortons is relying so much on the temporary foreign workers program, why this company or its franchises can't seem to get Canadians that will accept food service work for $36 an hour? Really? Is that the case? And as I said earlier, when you get the nickname Sing Horns, how do you explain that? How do you dial that one back? But here we are, we're waiting. We know they have a media relations team, but I think they're just hoping to wait us out. And is Caitlin anywhere? I don't believe this. That's the receptionist. She is literally hiding under her desk. Now she's back up. She's in mobility mode. And she's gone. Then again, I guess, is that an improvement over, getting the silent treatment over what Lincoln J and I received at the LCBO? Remember this kook? I'm at LCBO headquarters. We're paying a house call because when you reach out to them via their media relations line, hey. Oh, yeah, okay. Wow, there she goes, Miss America. Well, there you have it. Avery Armstrong and I did visit the corporate headquarters for Restaurant Brands International. And even though they have an entire media relations team, nobody would come out to speak with us. And then we were almost treated as like a toxic substance. They didn't want any of their employees to interact with us, directing them to a different elevator bank or perhaps using the staircase. I don't know. We couldn't get past those locked glass doors. But it's very odd, isn't it? I mean, Tim Hortons wraps itself in the Canadian flag. They are all over hockey sponsorship. I mean, the name goes back to the great NHLer Tim Horton himself, one of the strongest men ever to play the best game you can name. And we just want to hear their side of the story. We want to know why Canadians are basically persona non grata when it comes to getting jobs at this company that, as I said, loves to wrap itself in the maple leaf. And let's face it, folks, when you were in the nickname Sing Hortons, how do you dial that back? How do you explain that? Well, as we clearly saw, there's no explanation coming from head office. I doubt we're going to hear from the franchisee at Yonge and Lawrence. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Again, please go to hirecanadiansfirst.com. Let's create a massive petition and tell the people running Tim Hortons exactly how Canadians feel about their hiring practices.